I just spent the last couple of hours learning about what's going on in Iran right now. And I've decided to put together a quick video going over some of the things that I've learned in English. Not necessarily to inform you, but to have a video available for you to, at the very least, take away a few key words, just in case this topic is brought up during a dialogue in English with foreigners in the future, right? And for those of you who are like me, who had no idea what was going on over there right now, it's not bad to stay up to date with current events, right? So I even have some pictures that I've captured from videos that I was watching earlier. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible. All right, so what is going on in Iran right now? Well, as you can see, nationwide protests are escalating against the current regime. Nationwide protests are escalating against the current regime. And these people are chanting things like "death to the dictator." By dictator, they're referring to the current supreme leader, this guy whose name I'm not even going to try to say, but I can show you his picture in a pretty meaningful picture, I think. Now, this is a picture that I found on social media. That is the current supreme leader of Iran, and this is an Iranian woman. I think it's pretty clear what the message is. So anyway, nationwide protests escalating. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. They're burning things down. I think I've even read about this one case where they managed to burn a government building in one of their major cities. I think it was Tehran or something. And look at this guy in this image, climbing on this pole. I believe this is to remove one of the surveillance cameras. I heard that this is something that they do a lot because they know everybody's watching. And so how did this thing begin? And when did it begin? Well, it began at the end of December last year, and it has escalated significantly since then. And from what I've read, it began with shopkeepers going on strike. Like shopkeepers who have shops in some of these commercial areas, they started going on strike and even clashing with the authorities, as you can see in this picture, mainly because of the state of their economy. From what I've read, the Iranian currency has been plummeting in value. And so these people are having a hard time supporting themselves, right? But then it didn't end there, obviously. It quickly escalated, and the whole thing soon became a nationwide pushback against the current regime. And now they're protesting against corruption and the lack of political freedom, the absence of political freedom. They don't even have free elections, at least not in the form that we are familiar with. I mean, do they have elections? Yes, I think they do. But for instance, they have this group of 12 people that have to approve every single candidate before they can even run for any position. So already that looks like a very different system. Protesting against the absence of political freedom, corruption, and the state of the economy. So what do they want? What are the people demanding? Well, in a very general sense, they are calling for an end to the current Islamic Republic. They're calling for an end to it. They don't want it anymore. And they want to move toward a more secular democracy, much like the ones we can see in a lot of these Western countries. And I think this picture really speaks for itself. Also this one here. But it's not only these people. There's this other crowd of people who are asking for the return of the monarchy. They want their king back. And who are they talking about? Which king? It's this man. I think it was in 1979. This person was overthrown during the Islamic Revolution. And a lot of people are asking for this man to return as their leader. So you can view it as two large crowds. People who want to essentially westernize their country, right? And people who want the monarchy back. with this person. I think during an interview, this one 26-year-old told BBC, "Personally, I think he's the only way out of this." But at the same time, there are some Iranians who view this sort of support for the monarchy as nothing but a desperation to remove the current regime and a lack of alternatives. I think there was this one person, a 27-year-old, who said, "I'm not the biggest fan of this person, but to be honest, my personal opinion is not important now. Being and staying united is more important." Now, at this point, my question was, okay, so how has the regime been responding to this right now? And for that, I won't be showing you any images because they are absolutely brutal and very, very violent. You can look for them yourself. I don't recommend looking at those videos. They're very, very violent. But one thing I can say for sure is that the regime's response has been very, very severe. They've even recently imposed a near total internet blackout in order to block the communication and also to hide what they've been doing, how they've been responding to this. From what I've read, they've been scaling up their crackdowns. They've been making mass arrests, and there have been at least so far, at the point of making this video, there have been at least 45 protester deaths. The supreme leader has publicly vowed no retreat, and that has gotten people even more fueled. And the outrage is just out of control right now. Oh, and look at this. Tehran's chief prosecutor said the Islamic regime will execute anti-regime protesters. "We will show no leniency toward instigators of unrest. They will be charged with spreading mischief on earth, which carries the death penalty." Oh, and look at this. Trump is known to have said that the USA will hit the Islamic regime very hard if they kill Iranian anti-regime protesters. And guess what? Last night, I guess by now, by the time you're watching this video, it's a few days ago, the regime killed around 50 protesters in the city of Fardis. I wonder what Trump meant when he said that he would hit them very hard. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps in any way. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will hopefully see you very soon.